as you go throughout this practice, think about how you will carry the things you've learned here with you as you move forward through your year. We will start in a seated meditation. So I have a blanket rolled up, I'm sitting on the edge of it, but really just find any way that's comfortable for you. You could even be lying down. Find the most comfortable way to be for you and close your eyes. And begin to really notice your breath. So maybe a hand to your lower belly. Create lots of length from the tailbone through the crown of your head, all down your back body if you're lying down. And if you have a hand on your belly, just let that other hand be really soft and easy. Breathe in, breathe out. Feel the breath in and out. If you have your hand on the belly, you can really feel this. As you inhale, your hand moves forward a little. And as you exhale, your belly button pushes toward your spine, just creating a nice deep breath. Inhaling fresh air, exhaling stale air. And then find something to be your intention for your practice today, something to anchor you, to help keep you grounded. Maybe it's just a word, maybe it's strength, maybe it's beyond. Whatever resonates with you, find a word or a phrase. My word for this year is authenticity. And whatever that word or phrase is, see how you want that to show up for you this year. What does it mean? Why did you choose it? What does it look like throughout the year? Even if you don't know how you will make that happen, just see what that looks like on you, like you are trying on clothes that fit perfectly. What does strength look like for you? What does simplicity look like on you? If you wear it and you mean it, how do you see that impacting your life? And then we'll revisit here the exhale breath with a ha or an ah whisper. So you breathe in, and as you exhale, two more like that, breathing in. Exhale. Push out all the air. Inhale. Exhale. Continue like that, but close your mouth on the exhale and still make the sound. Inhale. Exhale. So the sound is really in the back of your throat. Breathe in and out. Keep breathing this way just on your own. If you don't like that or that feels too hard, then just try to keep a deep breath in and out. Just make it a deeper breath than what you would normally do if you weren't thinking about the breath. So No reason to overthink it here. Maybe now you're 3 months into the year and you see yourself visualizing what it looks like to have that intention show up in your life. And then halfway through the year, how is this intention supporting you in your life throughout the year? And just see it. Visualize something positive. And believe in yourself. And then 9 months into the year, on into fall, how is that serving you? How is your life impacted and improved? And all the way to the end of the year, smile at yourself, knowing that whatever result you created with that intention, that it's perfect as it is. And that you tried it on, and that you wore it, and you did your best. And that is all you need to be perfectly present in every moment throughout your year. With your next inhale, take your chin toward your chest gently, slowly. Chin toward your chest. With your inhale, tip your chin up toward the ceiling. Don't drop the head too far back, just a little lift. And your exhale brings your chin down. And one more time like this, lifting as you inhale and lowering as you exhale. And the next time your chin is down, leave it there. And then as if you're drawing a line with your nose left and right, just take your head a little to the left and a little to the right. And if that doesn't make sense, you can just look at me. It's like I'm drawing a big smiley face with my nose, but I'm still sitting up nice and tall. My heart and chest are nice and open. We're just going side to side here. And then come back down so that your chin is toward your chest and your nose is toward the floor. And with an inhale, roll your left ear toward your left shoulder. And then release that left shoulder. Maybe lift it up, back, and down. Check in with the fingers and the hands. Maybe make fists. Keep everything nice and soft. Maybe reach that right hand out toward the floor, fingertips reaching toward the floor. Just getting a little more in the neck stretch. And release that right hand. Bring your chin back toward your chest, nose toward the floor. And as you're ready with an inhale, go to the other side, ear toward the shoulder. And maybe just sort of find, play around with it a little bit. Find where you feel something in the neck. A little stretch, just something gentle. And remain here and breathe. And then take that left hand out, reach out toward the floor. And if you don't like keeping up with your left and right, it's okay. Just look at me as if you're looking in a mirror. And do the side that is in the mirror to you. Release the hand. At your exhale, bring the chin back down. And now we'll go all the way, coming through center, ear toward the shoulder on the other side. Exhale down, inhale. to the other side, and one more like that. Just exhaling nice and slow here. It's all right to have your eyes closed. Of course, you can open them if you need to look at me for an example. And then back down, chin back down. Raise your gaze up, back to the front. Bring your arms up, out and up. Sweep wide, take up lots of space. Exhale your hands right down to your heart. And this time the opposite way. Press the palms together, take the arms up and out and down. One more like that. Inhale, sweep the arms wide out and up. And exhale, hands down. We'll go up here, press the palms. Inhale, reach up. Use the arm muscles, and exhale, sweep the arms down. Take that right arm, lift it up and lean over. Just a little side bend. If the arm doesn't feel good up there, just bring it down to the side. Whichever version works for you. Breathe in, breathe out. Let your next inhale bring you up and over to the other side. Remember to drop that arm if it doesn't feel good. Inhale, exhale. Next inhale brings you back up and hands come to your heart. If you're sitting cross-legged, go ahead and switch the cross of your legs. You're welcome to sit in any comfortable seat that feels good and works for you here. Once again, lift the arms up, reach. Exhale a little, turn toward the side. Keep it nice and simple. Really long through the spine here, so not leaning way back or forward, just nice and straight and tall. Inhale, lengthen, get lots of space in your spine. Exhale, maybe deepen just a little. Keep everything the same, but take your head and turn it toward the opposite shoulder. Bring your head back to the front. Inhale, reach those arms up. Take up lots of space. Exhale, gentle twist to the other side. Take your time. Breathe in, breathe out. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, deepen. And with an exhale, turn your head toward the opposite shoulder. Breathe. And bring your head back to the front. Inhale those arms up. And exhale your hands right down. So we'll come on to tabletop now. You can release that blanket. Come to all fours. Tabletop. Knees under hips. Wrists under shoulders. And really press into the floor. Curl your toes. We're going to do a little bit of, build a little bit of heat here. Curl your toes if that feels okay for you, and lift the knees, just the knees. Keep the back really nice and flat like it's a dinner table. Breathe. Breathe in, breathe out. Let the knees come down, release the feet. Do that one more time with a little variation. Curl the toes and lift the knees. Breathe. Have your core engaged, belly button toward your spine, but still breathing in and out deeply. It's not so easy. Then tap a knee toward the floor and lift it. And tap another knee toward the floor and lift it. And just go back and forth one more time each side. Set the knees down. Release the toes. Walk your hands back so that you're sitting on your heels. If that is not okay for you, you can take a blanket and a pillow or just a blanket and put it between the thighs. And maybe sometimes it helps to take the knees a little wider. Inhale, reach your arms up here. Clasp your hands and turn the palms up toward the sky. With an exhale, lean to one side. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, other side. If hands clasped doesn't feel good, then just have the hands reach up. Or you could even just do side leans without the hands overhead. Then release that. Take the hands behind you, clasp your hands, roll the shoulders back and down, and reach the hands toward the floor. Now, if clasping like that doesn't feel good or doesn't work for you, you can reach for opposite elbows, or maybe even just grab the hands at the wrists. Find a version that works for you. We're just trying to get an opening here in the front body and the chest, so we can really expand and tap into the breath and breathe as deeply as we possibly can, really opening, creating space between the shoulders, all across the front top of the chest. And whichever version you're in, one more breath in, one more breath out. Release the hands, kind of shake them out. Come back to tabletop and take a few rounds of cat and cow. So this should be familiar to you by now. If you were new to yoga when you started this challenge, you at least know what this is. Inhale, drop your belly, lift your head and bottom up. And as you exhale, round, pressing into the floor with your hands. Inhaling. As you arch your back, coming into cow. Exhaling as you round your back. One more like that. Find the connection to that deep breath, using that breath where you make a sound on the exhale if you want to. Come back here to neutral spine. Send the toes of the left foot back and get that calf stretch. We're revisiting some things we've done throughout the challenge. So really reach back with the heel, get that calf stretch, and then raise that leg up. And if that feels okay, remember toes point down, maybe fingertips reach forward on that opposite hand, or maybe you raise that hand up. But you're fine just to be here, whichever version works for you. Set all of that back down. Take the opposite foot back. Get the calf stretch here. Breathe. Keep everything really active here. So core engaged, arms, legs. Lift that leg up. So we're not opening up the hip here. We're just facing the toes down toward the floor. Fingertips of the other hand can come here. This is actually a really good way to balance here. Or you can reach that hand forward like you're going to shake somebody's hand. Breathe in, breathe out. And set all of that back down. Sit back, take a little break on the wrists. Come back into tabletop. This time I'm going to take the right leg back first, toes into the floor, and then I'm going to turn onto the big toe edge of that foot, coming into this modified side plank like we did before. Hand comes to your heart. Inhale, open up, and breathe, 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 breathe. Look down at your hand, bring that top arm down, come back to tabletop, send the other foot back, get the calf stretch, turn that foot down, find stability here. So you could just be here, just working on balance. We're going to activate into the side abs, and then maybe hand comes to chest, and maybe hand reaches up. Breathe. Bring all of that back down. Sit back. Roll out your wrists. Come back to tabletop. Curl your toes. Take your bottom toward the sky. Downward facing dog. Bend one knee and then the other. And if your heels don't touch, that's okay. If you want support for that, you just put a blanket under your heels. And then just find the version of this that feels good to you. Have your feet about hip distance apart. Bend at one knee and then the other. And we want to not be here with the elbows out, but really have the elbows in. And you're just making a little upside down V with your body. Look forward. Bend your knees as much as you need to walk forward. So options are come down to all fours and step up, or if it feels okay to bend and walk your feet forward, do that. Come into a forward fold. Uttanasana. Let your legs be active, your quadriceps active here. Half lift on the inhale, reach the arms back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach the arms back halfway up. And then as you exhale, come all the way into chair. Breathe. Arms can be up or at your heart or on your hips. With your next exhale, fold all the way forward. Next inhale, arms sweep wide, nice flat back, come all the way up to standing. And exhale your hands to your heart. And then release your hands, rock a little side to side, and then take a little twist here. Smile. Come back to center. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, fold forward. A little half lift here on the inhale, nice flat back. Exhale, hands come down, bend your knees, step back with the right foot, come into a low lunge, dropping the back knee. So front foot under the knee, front heel under the knee. Breathe here, breathe in, breathe out. And you're welcome to use blocks or books here if you want some space between you and the floor. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Release that front foot, bring the leg back to plank or modified plank here. I'm just gonna stay here for now. I'm gonna take my shoulders a little bit in front of my wrists. Exhale, lower down using your tricep strength, and then inhale into a low cobra. Exhale down. Inhale, push into tabletop, curl your toes, downward facing dog, breathe. Look forward, bring the right foot forward, lower the back knee. Breath in and out here. Push off the back foot when you're ready. With an exhale, come to forward fold. Inhale, half lift with the arms reaching back, hands reaching back. Exhale, lower into your fold. Inhale, come up again, flat back, reach the fingertips back, and then exhale, come right into chair. Breathe. Inhale, stand up. Exhale, hands come to your heart. Inhale, reach the arms wide and all the way up. With your exhale, fold forward. Remember, you're always moving on your own breath. I'm just the guide. You don't have to stay right with me. Inhale, half lift here. Your exhale is a fold. Step that right foot back, come into a low lunge. Plant the right hand, turn toward the bent knee. Breathing in, breathing out. Come back to frame that foot, release the front foot, come into plank. Lower all the way down on an exhale. Inhale, find a little low Bhujangasana, cobra pose. With your next exhale, lower down, inhale, push up. Exhale, find downward facing dog. And I'm just calling these for you. You're not having to move this fast. I just want you to know where we're going. Breathe in, breathe out. Look between your hands, bring that right foot forward this time, lower the back knee. Breathe in, breathe out. Left hand plants down, you're twisting toward that front knee. Inhale, exhale. Plant the hands both down, push off the back foot, come into forward fold. Inhale, half lift, reach the fingertips back. Your exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift again, reach the fingertips back. Exhale, come into chair. Have the weight back in your heels and don't have an arch or a tilt here. It's just a nice neutral spine. Breathe. Inhale, stand up. Exhale, hands come to your heart. Inhale, your next inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. On your next exhale, step back to downward facing dog. Breathe. And with your next exhale, come down to your knees. Knees under hips, walk the hands forward, just a little shoulder stretch. Sometimes it's nice to take the hands a little wider than shoulder distance and start to lower down toward the floor. So sometimes taking the forehead to the floor is too much. So a block is nice because you can put that under your forehead to kind of support you. But the key here is to feel something under the shoulders. So if you're not feeling it, check in with whether your hips are too far back. And then just find where you feel something that doesn't hurt, but feels like a stretch. And breathe in and breathe out. And begin to walk your hands back under your shoulders and come to sit on your bottom. And we're going to do one of my favorite postures to do at the end of class. So you're going to want a blanket. It doesn't matter what kind, just any kind of blanket, preferably not one that's too big. And then fold it in such a way that you can roll it up and make a Tootsie Roll. Sit in about the center of your mat and place it behind you. So you want it right at your tailbone and have another pillow or a block handy. I actually think I will shoot for a pillow here. And then have your feet out in front, knees bent, hands behind your thighs, and with an exhale, slowly roll down onto the blanket. And then you can straighten out your legs if that feels okay. So ideally you want your bottom not on the blanket. So it should be right at the little natural lumbar curve there. And it's just going straight up your spine. Take your arms out wide. So for me with this blanket, because I'm kind of short, my head is still on the blanket. And I think it would feel good if I rolled the end up and created a little bit more of a pillow for my head. So I'll just do that. But you could take another pillow and place it there, and that's pretty nice as well. It just depends on what feels good for your neck. And I really want you to take good care of your neck and listen when something doesn't feel good, because your neck is very sensitive. It's very important that you listen. Things shouldn't pinch or tingle. So flap your feet left and right, rock your hips. And then arms are out, not at a T, a little bit below. So more of an A-frame. And then find some stillness here. One hand to your lower belly if that helps you focus on the breath. breathe in and breathe out. And if you were doing that audible exhale, you can release that now and just breathe gently. And just notice the breath in your body. And in your mind, go beyond the breath to how you feel. And visualize what calm looks like and means to you. Where are you? What's the scenery around you? Are you inside? Are you outside? And see yourself sitting there, wherever that is, wherever that place is that you think feels like a warm blanket or a hug. And just be there and smile. Breathing in, breathing out. And this posture is actually where we will remain today for your Shavasana. So you can stay here on the blanket, or if you reach a point where you want to remove it, then that's fine too. This is your practice. So go beyond my words and my direction and just find some ease, find some softness. Feel the mat and floor and earth beneath you and imagine the support there. Find the surrender into the support beneath you. Just really letting go. Softness in the shoulders, face, forehead, neck. And as you let that surrender happen, let there be joy and light in your heart. Heavy resting body, light, joyful heart. Feel free to pause or stop the video and stay in your restful meditation as long as you like. Begin to wiggle your fingers and toes, move your wrists and ankles. Reach Stretch your arms way overhead. Create a lot of space. Reaching through fingertips, reaching through the toes, and then with an exhale, let everything be soft. One more time, reach and tighten everything up. Really use the muscles, and with an exhale, let it go. And we'll just simply bend the knees and roll off that blanket support onto one side. Using the bottom arm for a pillow. Close your eyes, rest here. Finding that nice, gentle surrender once again. As you are ready, slowly press into the floor with your hands, coming up to a comfortable seat. Really notice how you feel. Hopefully you feel nice and grounded, but also joyful and hopeful. Whatever your word was, whatever your intention was, whatever brought you to this challenge or to this practice, let that rest here in your hands. Now bring your palms together and rub them together. And then separate your hands and feel that energy. It's almost like you can feel it pulsing there. And you created that. And bring your hands together. Hi, Audrey. Did you come to say hello at the end of the challenge? This is Audrey, if you didn't get an opportunity to meet her yet. She's my yoga buddy. So bring your palms together and seal the practice. And you can close your eyes here. Seal your practice with your intention in mind. And think about how you can take that beyond this challenge, beyond your mat, out into your everyday life. Well, this is my everyday life. Hands together. It has been such an honor to serve you. I'm so glad you joined me for this journey. Have a wonderful year.